story this half hour. As testing ramps up in dozens of states across the country, we're seeing a surge in cases.
And while Rhode Island has not seen a dramatic increase in cases here, we are still being impacted by what is going on in other parts of the country. Kate Walsh is joining us live in Providence with more on how testing has been affected here.
Well, guys, it can lead to a lot of anxiety for people waiting for those test results to come back. Many are having to quarantine at home. They can't return to work until they get that negative test result. And our Target 12 investigators have received many calls from people saying they've been told it might take upwards of 8 days before they get those results back. And here's why. It's because private testing companies that are used at sites in Rhode Island are sending their samples out to labs in other parts of the country that are now receiving other samples from companies in states where the testing has been boosted in recent days. So for weeks now, the wait time had been down to about 3 days return for these tests in Rhode Island. And Department of Health Director Dr. Nicole Alexander Scott said the state-run lab here does not have any delays as these tests are done locally. And there isn't an issue still getting in any testing supplies, even though they're competing with other states ramping up their testing abilities. The state has the capacity to test 5,000 people per day, but new data shows fewer than 3,000 people have been asked to be tested each day this past week.
We are looking for and have completed the process that we're now evaluating, having strong testing partners to build capacity within the state. We're also supportive of those other commercial laboratories bringing on the instrumentation that will allow them to do testing within state and help address that turnaround time piece.
And speaking of testing, Rhode Island does lead the nation in testing capacity. Governor Raimondo has said several times that 20% of the population here has been tested. But our Target 12 investigators crunched through new numbers released yesterday and found just about 16% of the state's population has been tested. And there's also some new aspects of that data that we've been delving into. You can find that information new on our website right now at WPRI.com. Live in Providence this morning, I'm Kate Walsh, Eyewitness News.